Good morning, everybody. This is Barb Katie. I'm so glad to see you this Monday morning. I hope everything's going well with you. It's crisp and cool here, and fall has definitely gone into full swing. So bundle up, stay warm when you get out and get some fresh air, and keep on plugging. What I want to talk to you a little bit today is somewhat different. It's been an interesting last few days. I went to my cousin's home over the weekend and helped the family deal with her loss, which is always a time of reflection and recalling great memories that we've shared throughout the years when someone you won passes on. And as sad a time as it could have been, it wasn't. It was a wonderful time of being together and sharing stories and memories of a lifetime, because I've known her my entire life, basically. And one of the things that reminded me of is the fact that many of us seem like we have been in talks a lifetime. And as someone who has been in talks practically her entire life, I often wonder what new members think when they come to chapter and they see some of us who have been around a long time. I know it's hard to keep trying time after time after time. I've been there, I've done that. You've been there, you've done that. And sometimes we say, well, I come for the social aspect. I don't think for me that's ever been the case. Even at the times when I've been at my most frustrated, my most down in the dumps, if you will, my most challenged about my weight and my inability to find the right path that works for me, to keep off the pounds that I have worked so hard to lose so many times, to find that path that will let me keep them off forever. You know, that's the dream for me, is not have to worry about it anymore, to find the way and know what I need to do in order to be able to successfully maintain the weight loss that is such a challenge to achieve. I keep trying. Sometimes I'm much more successful than the others. Sometimes are just almost as if I've been possessed by a food monster or something. And this time of the year, I think for a lot of us, is particularly challenging for a wide variety of reasons. And as some of our newer members who are doing so very well were sharing this with me because they really don't understand. And it's fair they don't understand, because right now, they may, with the holidays coming up, be facing the first of any challenges they've had. They may have been going along really, really well. And now they seem to have hit a roadblock and they don't understand why. Or they may be fully engaged, fully focused, fully prepared, and can maintain their momentum through the holidays, and don't understand why everybody else can't do that. The journey is, one thing I know is the journey is individual. Each person at any given point in time has to be able to find the path that works for them. The question is, for me, is have I given up looking for the path that works for me best? Nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be forever after. Nobody said I was going to be 100% successful. None of these things were ever said to me. But I think sometimes we get it in our head, and when it doesn't work out that way, then we want to give up. And just not bother anymore. It's too hard. It's too frustrating. It's too aggravating, whatever. We just say, I don't want to do it anymore. Uh, and is that the right answer? Of course it's not. And that's the reason for my scream today. Uh, some of you may know that I am a huge West Virginia University Mountaineer football fan. If you don't, you know it now. I'm confessing it to the world. I probably bleed blue and gold. Uh, and any day is a good day to be a Mountaineer. Wherever you are is something I say all the time, whether my team wins or loses. And I got to thinking about that yesterday because it was a really good day. We played Oklahoma and we beat them. Yay, us. I'm sorry, Oklahoma. Um, at any rate, I got to thinking, if I can say that about a silly football game, why can't I say it about the efforts I make to cheer myself on through this journey? Why can I not look at the process? Because winning a football game, just like life, is a process. If the guys aren't willing to do the work, the team is not going to improve. If the fans don't support the team, chances are they may get down on themselves and beat themselves up, which makes it even harder to do the work you need to do to get better at playing the game. And this is in TOPS, the game we play is the game of life. We're working toward living our best lives. There aren't any higher stakes than living your best life as long as you possibly can. And that was really, that really came home to me over the weekend. And I thought, I think all of us would probably say, just one more day. Just give me one more day. I've got this list of things I want to say to people I love and care about and stuff. Just one more day. That's all I need. And we'd always say, just one more day. Well, is that our attitude in TOPS? Do we want to live life fully and squeeze all the joy out of it we possibly can and make the best difference we can as we go through it? There's certain things I'm going to say to you today that I've always known, but do we internalize it? Do we take it to heart? Do we apply it? And the first thing is, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And the second thing is, whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you're right. Your state of mind will largely determine the end result you achieve. If you really believe that you can do this, you're going to work hard to find the way. Going to a TOPS chapter meeting is meant to be many, many things. It's meant to be supportive. It's meant to be educational. It's meant to be inspirational. It's meant to be moments of accountability, moments of sharing, moments of growth and insight. It's meant to be all these things. And yes, a support group does interact in a close way that many people say is social. And that's a good thing. Now, it's not good if that's the only reason you come together. Absolutely not. But the social support is an important aspect of any support group. We need to feel that other people understand and care about our journey and want us to succeed, and need to be willing to encourage us even when we have given up hope on our own personal selves. And that's the reason why it is so important to come together. For me, every week, I told you all not too long ago that the thing I missed most during COVID was, in fact, the people, the support, the interaction, the engagement, the encouragement to keep going in the journey. A lot of us have been talking about the holidays coming up and oh, woe is me, and oh, woe is me. What will I do? What will I do? Well, goodness gracious, if we just engaged our brain for a second, we would understand that it's not all about food. There are 2 days during this particular cycle of the season, Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays for those of us who celebrate Christmas, or it might be other religious holidays that occur in the same time. Uh, we have so many holidays for all groups of people during this period of time, but they're one day. They don't last for 6 weeks. It's not a month and a half of feasting. It's usually focused on a particular day or a particular meal or whatever. So to say that, well, I'm just going to give up, it's the holidays and I know I'm going to gain weight, that's not necessarily true. What often happens is many different foods that are significant to different families during that period of the year are only available then, and they're available at many other days rather than the holiday itself. And we find ourselves using those foods to either enhance an experience or get through a difficult part of an experience. Food serves so many purposes in our lives beyond nourishment of the body. And those ties are extremely strong. One of the most powerful senses that we have is our ability to smell. And there are certain scents during the holidays, and one of them is pumpkin pie, all of the wonderful, sweet, aromatic senses like cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, all those things come floating through the air and bring back all kinds of memories that may or may not help you get through the season. I cannot smell pumpkin pie without thinking of my mom. And that to me is just a classic memory. And I look to that for comfort when I miss her during the holidays. And do I sometimes overindulge? If I'm not careful, you bet your bippy I do. I definitely can be led down that path, and it takes awareness. It takes the ability to look at what we're doing and it's not just about deciding, okay, on this plate, I'm going to put this amount of food, that I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk these amounts of miles. If weight loss were just that simple, I don't think any of us would have the ongoing struggles that we do. But food itself can produce spikes in some of our hormones that trigger hunger, that demand satiety, that are physiological in nature, not psychological. Everybody says, well, it's all in your mind. No, some of the signals are not. Sugar is one of the ones that has been studied at length that we know produces shifts in and triggers in the ability to look at and control food intake appropriately. So that's a confounding issue. Another thing that I think happens, and I'm sort of rambling here, but not, is the fact that if you come into a group and don't know the history of the people in the group, you may not understand how many times these people have had to try to relearn something. They thought they had it figured out. They thought they knew what to do. And they hit a roadblock and they actually lost everything they had accomplished and they had to start over. And it's important that we keep finding a way to keep everyone engaged and to understand that we can do over. A stumble is not the end of the race. We can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and there's still time left in the game. We can still cross the finish line. Holidays are going to happen every year. just like fumbles are going to happen on the game field, like a pass is going to be missed, a block is going to not stick and stop a player. These things will happen. You just need to keep practicing and getting better at it and not give up trying. We have to believe in our ability to succeed. And that to me is one of the challenges of the weight loss journey, regardless of what time of the year it occurs. Are we still willing to do the work that we know it will take? And do we still believe the journey is worthwhile for our better health and for the better health of the people we love who are also impacted? As I've said many times, my primary motivation is to live a long, healthy, and active life, despite the fact that I have a diabetic genetic predisposition that is scary. I look at my mom and her siblings, and all of them lost limbs. That is not what I want for my future. So I need to focus. I don't focus so much on the number on the scale as I focus on my A1C levels and how I am doing in that area of my life. And am I keeping my diabetes under control? And what I found is the more closely I focus on that, the weight numbers also began to realign in an appropriate fashion. Each of us has to have that area of focus to keep us going during the bad times during the journey. Our friends need to understand that even when we say we don't and say we don't care, that we still need their help and support, and that we do care about our best health and about not giving up. Don't give me an excuse. I have the ability to make so many excuses all by myself. What I guess I would like to say is nothing really new. If we take time to plan our meals, plan our activities, if we keep sort of an accounting, a journal, if you will, of how we're doing, whatever. If we keep supporting each other and planning strategies that will help us through the more challenging times, we'll be okay. We may not lose as much as we might have. We may even have a small gain, but we will be aware and we will be learning as we go, and we will be able to do better the next time. I guess during the holidays, as they began to loom closer and closer, we had such a challenging season of available food to enjoy. What I would like is that we understand that we're learning as we're going through this. And what we need to do is quit dragging the bad choices along with us. Instead, look at them, evaluate them, learn what you can from them, and then move on. And give yourself grace during the holidays. Don't expect yourself to do everything perfectly. You won't. I don't know anybody that does everything all the time perfectly. We all have room to grow and to own the choices you make. Don't give your power away to somebody else by excusing your own choices. If you choose to eat more than you know you should, own it. It's just a fact. Yeah, I had 2 pieces of pumpkin pie with whipped cream. I did that. I own that. examine it, learn from it, move on, whatever. This is a time that should allow us to share wonderful memories with each other, to build new memories with each others, and to celebrate each other. And it should not be a time where our total focus is obsessing on food we either eat or don't eat. One of the funniest things that one of my boys said when he was really little, uh, we were sitting down at the Thanksgiving table and we had fixed a sweet potato dish that the entire family likes. And he takes a big bite of it and he said, "Yep, tastes just like last year and the year before, Mom." And I thought, yep, it sure does. I know that taste and I know it's going to be pretty much the same every single year. So is that something I want to enjoy this year, or do I want to try something new that somebody else brought to the table? All kinds of choices to make that are good choices, happy choices that bring joy and happiness to your life during this wonderful, wonderful time of the year. Enjoy yourselves today, enjoy yourselves tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, and so on. I wish you all a joyful time. Go Mountaineers. I will talk to you later. Bye for now.